Alright, guys, welcome to the PF Music Podcast. This is your host, Pablo Ruiz Vargas. Make sure that you like and subscribe. You listen to the podcast in Rumble, YouTube, and BitChute. You listen to the podcast in Anchor.fm. As always, make sure that you give it a play or you simply share. I'm going to really appreciate it. Today's podcast, episode 136. Focus is a challenge. Focus is a challenge. Something that I noticed is in the last couple of days, I would say a couple of weeks, when it comes to playing piano, I do lack a focus in some areas. Sometimes I listen to stuff, sometimes I just playing the piano, but my eyes are not there. I'm not there, right? And what I notice is that focusing on certain things requires some kind of energy, and it is a challenge, especially when you have all the responsibilities, right? That you just come with it, so you have to just, I guess, just own it. But there's some challenge to being focused, focus on work, focusing in the tasks that need to be achieved, focusing on doing the podcast, focusing taking care of the baby, taking care of your wife, doing Uber. Sometimes I do Uber and it's hard to focus. Doing sales, doing some cold calling. Focus is something that really comes with a lot of challenges, and those challenges are mostly decisions that you make in very small matters. Now, why is that? Why is the focus is a problem? My answer to that is, and this is just not a conclusion, a hypothesis, because your mind is not quiet, and this is where I come into this, and I notice. So I downloaded the Bible into my phone and started listening to the Bible, and I started listening to the book of Genesis. And for the first time, I was listening to the Bible and I was understanding what was going on. And I was very amazed how attentive I was of the matters that the message was coming through. And I was thinking to myself, how is that even happening? I tried to just read the Bible a couple times, and the book of King James is the easiest one to read, and the more common one. But sometimes when I sit down and read it, it's hard for me. I mean, let's see if I can just have my. Let me see which one I have here. I have. Let me see which one I have. I don't know if this. What version is this? My Bible. It says placed by the Gideons, right? Let me see. Um, Let me see. Gideons, yeah, the Gideons International. It's pretty much. This one's very easy for me to read, so that's no problems. But the one that I remember when I was working with Ham in Hampstead as a pianist, as an organist and organ player, and I was trying to follow up. By the time that the pastor was talking, I would just read to see what can I just learn. And it was hard to follow through. It was hard to even focus. Very hard. So in today's podcast, I just wanted to mention that why focus is a challenge. It's a challenge because that means that you have to just quiet everything down. And now the question is, how easy is to quiet your mind down when you are going through this? It's the hardest thing ever that you can do, right? Trying to quiet your mind down is one of the hardest things to do. Now, there's some things that you can do to do this. And the first thing that comes to mind is meditation. Now, meditation, you have to be careful because you can go to the kumbaya realm and confuse this. Meditation doesn't need to be 10 hours of an hour of sitting down and just doing hums and stuff like that. No, Every time you're taking a shower, that's how I do it. You just relax, sit down. Yeah, you just feel the water dripping in your back on your head. And when I can feel and I can concentrate on my drop of my the drop of the water in my head or my back, that's what I know. I'm cleaning my head. If I'm feeling the drops, right, on my head, in my back, but I'm thinking of something else, that means that my mind is talking too much. If I'm in the bathroom and I'm calm and I'm just focusing on that, my mind start clearing up. I would say it's like a pivot. It's the easiest pivot for me to get my mind um, quiet. So reason being is that because I have a lot of things going on in my mind, I always trying to connect dots for weird reasons. I think it's the math science side of my brain to do these things. I'm always trying to just fix problems, look for solutions. So I'm not quiet, right? I'm almost thinking about things, right? Which in some sense is good because you get intrigued by fixing problems, right? You get intrigued by solving problems. But at the same time, when it's time to just settle things down, right, it can become a problem, right? Now, focus is important because it does reflect in your life. Not only that, because it can reflect also in the things that you drive in life. Not focusing, right? It does. Not focusing correctly, right? It can lead you to be a bad leader. When people are following you, right, they want to make sure that the person that is being a leader know where he's walking and where he's is moving towards. And of course, if the leader lack of that skill, more so you will probably receive a lot of people, you know, unfollowing you or worse, not respecting you. Now, I'm not saying that I'm the perfect guy for that. Not the perfect guy for that. But I can say that in some instance, I can relate to those things, right? Because I do again struggle for focus. I will really try to my best, and it's not sure that it's a must in regard to focus. And this is reflected not only in your work, in your life. Are you focused on your goals? Are you focused what are you gonna do by the end of the year? Are you focused of what do you want to do in life for the next couple months? Right? All those things. Now, I'm not saying that it is not possible to fix these things. It is possible, but it's thus gonna require a lot of job. It's like when you start doing the nofap and you take out of the other way, then it's not nofap, then it's porn, or vice versa, and then also that you start seeing all the problems after that, the real problems, because you're not distracted. Now you're getting focused. So now it's trauma. Now it's bad addictions. Now it's insecurities. All those things that go down the rabbit hole. Yeah, we're taking off because you'll be being distracted by some activities that were complementary from the final act, which was the release. And that's when it comes struggles, right? And those struggles are basically destroying your possibility to just get there into 100%. Okay. Now, why do I speak about this? Why do I speak about these things when I get the microphone and I will just wanna just be here in my podcast and just talk about these things? It because does remind me what do I need to do as well. You guys are not the only one. I'm in this thing as well. And I'm willing to just put everything in line just to make sure that I can just do that thing that can help me to get there in 100%. Focus. Struggle with focus could be reading a book, a simple exercise, going to the gym, right? When you go to the gym and you're in the phone all the time, and all of a sudden you just wasted 15 minutes. Procrastination is a big one. Instead of just getting that thing done, you procrastinate it until the end or whatever, right? All those things are lack of focus, but it's up to you, of course, to make sure that those things don't affect you. With this, guys, this was episode 136 from the Villa Music Podcast. This was your host, Pablo Ruiz Vargas. Make sure that you like and subscribe and you listen to the podcast in Anchor.fm. And you listen to the podcast in YouTube, Rumble, and BitChute. Hey, make sure that you like and subscribe. Gonna really appreciate it. With this, guys, I'm a little tired, so I'm gonna go to bed. I'm out. Have a good night.